This is not a review video of the lens, but something more. I've recently purchased this lens by Sony, the 35mm f1.8 lens. The 35mm lens has the closest focal composition of the human eye. That is why it is used so often in movies, because it gives a much more realistic vantage point for the viewer. The term vantage point refers to the position from where you take the photo or the video. Changing your position changes the relation between the background and the subject. Everybody loves the 50mm focal length, but I personally love the 35mm focal length because of the look which it gives, and because of that, not too wide, not too close kind of a field of view. I think that this 35mm on a full frame sensor is a must for everyone who's into videography, filmmaking, or even photography, like street photography for that matter. And this lens is capable of shooting really good portraits too. Now, those of you watching who don't know what a prime lens is, let me quickly explain you what it is. Well, a prime lens is a fixed focal length with a lower aperture value, like a lower f-stop value. The lower the f-stop, the larger the opening of the iris, and more light will pass into your lens, resulting into clean image. Well, we did a low light testing on this lens. So guys, अभी हम लोग ये लो लाइट परफॉर्मेंस इसका टेस्ट कर रहे हैं, एंड यहाँ पे आप लोग देख सकते हैं कि बहुत ज़्यादा उजाला लग रहा है, बट ऐसा है नहीं, बिकॉज द लेंस इज़ ऑन 1.8 अपर्चर एंड द ISO इज़ 16,000 राइट नाउ. तो हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि कैसे इसका फुटेज लगेगा, बिकॉज मैंने खुद ने भी अभी तक देखा हुआ नहीं है. सो इवन आई डोंट नो कि कैसे दिख रहा है, कितना ग्रेन्स आ रहा है. I was pretty shocked to see the results, because I did not see it on my big screen first, and I was seeing on the small screen, camera screen. It looked pretty good to me, but when I checked it on my monitor back there, I noticed that there was some grains, but there was no noise. And that's completely okay, because the ISO was 16,000 and the lighting situation there was extremely low. And practically, if you see in films, we never go to 16,000 ISO. It's just in some desperate situations when you're shooting short films, when you're low on budget, when you cannot afford some lighting and stuff, then you'll have to bump up your ISO. But that's fine with me. That's just fair enough for me. Well, we also did some focus testing as well. We did low light focus testing. So this is just a focus test to see how it focuses on myself. I think it takes some time. So guys, अभी हम लोग यहाँ पे actually बहुत सारे चीज़ें टेस्ट कर रहे हैं. It is the lens का auto focus, plus the low light performance of the camera as well, and also the lens. So the settings right now are, the aperture is on 1.8, the lowest that I can go, and the ISO is 16,000. And you won't believe what my phone was seeing right now, like what my phone will see right now. You can just check it out and see for yourself how dark this bridge is. There's no light, there's just the street lamp here which is reflecting on my face, which feels like that we have lit up, like we have properly lit up like a film situation. So just check it out, it's super cool. One more focus test. गाइस, ये कोई हम लोग की लाइटिंग नहीं है. दैट वाज जस्ट एन एम्बुलेंस जो यहाँ पे आके पार्क हो गया. In this situation, what happened is the focus was not able to detect me properly, like the autofocus, like the face detection was not able to detect me, I guess because of the mask and because of how dark that actual environment was. Well, now let's talk about why I got this lens in the first place. I could have gone for other options in the same price range, like the Sigma 35mm f1.4. It is just because of the size factor I did not buy it. The Sigma 35mm f1.4 is a very huge lens and I did not want that. because I often travel as well, and I feel that the compact your system is, it's much better. And obviously the performance should not be poor, and this lens stands apart, definitely stands apart. Well, also this is not a sponsored video by Sony or by anyone at all. So yeah, this is completely and honestly my opinions for this lens. Initially I didn't even want to buy this lens. I wanted to buy the new 40mm f2.5 from the new lineup of Sony Prime G lenses, but I didn't buy it because of the extra 5mm, and the f-stop value was also a bit higher. I actually waited for one entire week for them to get delivered, and I'm glad that कि वो lenses मैंने नहीं लिए. But if anyone just gives it to me for free, I won't mind those lenses because they're so compact, so tiny. I wouldn't mind it at all. This lens is perfect for me because it gives me the perfect 35mm wide look, like mid-wide look, which I really love. Also, let's not talk about how difficult it is to get a good lens on a budget in the Sony lineup itself. Let's not go into that, it's a different topic altogether. If you want a video on that, then please let me know in the comment section below. We all know that Sony lenses are really expensive, but I would always prefer native Sony lenses for my Sony camera body. It's because of two factors: the stabilization and the autofocus compatibility. The stabilization doesn't really matter for me, but the autofocus does, and this lens really stands out in the autofocus department. Now, the low light situation example which you first saw, that was a bit tough for the lens, but it pretty much did a decent job, I can say. Not a good job, but a decent job in that situation. The autofocus on this lens is fast, it's good, it's reliable, like 100%. Not 100%. In certain situations on a gimbal, it doesn't really focus that fast. But yeah, obviously we are not perfect. We humans are not perfect. We cannot expect a machine to be perfect because it's after all made by humans. Now obviously you'll have to understand your camera well enough so that it performs really amazingly and flawlessly in every scenario according to your liking. This lens has almost no breathing while you shift focus from infinity to the closest focus distance. Now what I mean by that is this lens is actually like a CP2 lens or a CP3 lens for that matter, which is a compact prime lens or an ultra prime lens. These are cine lenses which are only made for, you know, Red or an Arri, Alexa. This lens does not have a focus breathing. I mean, I really love this feature. Sony has done an absolute fabulous job with this lens. Well, this lens is also said to have a really good macro focus. Well, I did try that and it works out really good. I did try it for photos, not for videos, but yeah, you can see the photos on the screen right now and it was pretty good. Physically, this lens is very compact and lightweight, you can say. It has just one ring to pull the focus and a custom button with a manual and an autofocus switch. This lens costed me 51,000 rupees, which is not really cheap. It's a bit expensive. Obviously, it's a Sony lens, so you can expect that. Now let's come to the main purpose of me buying this lens, which is for short films and like commercial client work and for YouTube content as well. Well, this lens is not just good for video work, but this is also good for photography too. I've shot some pretty good photos for the Ray film promotions as well, like good portrait shots. You can see that on your screen right now. I recently shot some pictures of my friend Mayuresh as well, and they turned out to be really good. I did some toy photography as well, night photography as well. This lens is my first prime lens in a full frame lineup of this Sony. I've bought it almost after 2 years. I was really confused which lens to buy. I did not really even had the money to buy, and I did not wanted to settle down for, you know, Samyang or a Sigma or a Tamron lens. I will be not using this lens much for photography, I thought, but I am now using this for photography as well, and I will be using this more for my gimbal work as well. Balancing this lens first took me like really a lot of time because of its lightweight feature. Like, this lens is not really light. I forgot how much this really weighs. I really need to Google it. At first it took me really a lot of time to, you know, find the center of gravity for this lens on my gimbal, but now I'm really fast at it. And guys, if you want to see how I balance my gimbal or what is the easiest way to balance any 3-axis gimbal, then you can click on this annotation here, on this I button I mean. You can click on it and you can check that video out. Well, there's one more thing which I really need to talk to you guys about is this lens gives you some amount of chromatic aberration. Now, if you ask what is chromatic aberration, it's the purple fringes you can say in a photo, but it is in some situations and it can be fixed in post easily, so that is not an issue for me. And a given fact with the Sony camera is that you can switch it whenever you want on a crop sensor mode. So this 35mm lens almost gives me an equivalent of a 50mm lens. Well, that's it for this week's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, then please make sure that you hit that like button. Share this video with your friends, follow me on my Instagram handle which is mentioned somewhere here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, escape the ordinary.